Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to a video. This is gonna be about how I broke my ankle. I broke my right one and my left one, so it's gonna be an interesting story, and let's get into it. Peace. Hey guys, what's up? I just recorded this video, just did the audio, and then I realized my mic was muted the whole time, because I don't have like a mic to talk into. I'm using my gaming mic right now. So yeah, I just told the whole story to myself. Okay, so this can be how I broke my right ankle, and I broke my left one, so I'm gonna tell that story in the future. If you want it, it's gonna be very different from my other videos, which are gaming videos. I haven't been posting lately, so yeah. I'm gonna try to do story time just because I like that. It's appealing to me, so I'm probably gonna do quite a bit of these. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so what you're probably expecting is me to say something like, oh, how I tripped down the stairs, broke my ankle, or just something along the lines of something that's reasonable to break my ankle on. No, I broke my ankle on a curb. Yeah, that's right, a curb. And it wasn't like a sidewalk curb. It was one of those ones that separate like two lanes of cars, like one parks on the left side and one parks on the right, you know. So me and my friend, this is when I was kind of like, oh yeah, parkour's so cool. Let's jump on things, and yeah, yeah. I just thought it was so cool. So what happened was, he jumps over first. He lands like a normal person on 2 feet without breaking anything. But then I come along, and what you need to know about this curb is it looked like someone hit it with a mallet like 100 times. So, yeah. So, also, okay, it's my turn to jump over the curb. I jump, and the broken part of it, like it's just a whole bunch of rocks. My ankle lands on it. It goes to the side, and I put all my body weight on it, and then it snaps. Yeah, didn't feel the best. And my friend's like, nah, it's just sprained. I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's broken, but you know, I'm gonna believe you. So I try to walk on it, and I just stumble to the ground. And at this point, neither one of us had a phone on us. I'm pretty sure he had a phone, but he left it at home. I'm not sure if I had one. I had this little gizmo watch thing, but I don't think I had it on me at the time. It was at my friend's house because I was staying the night there. So I get up, and I'm hopping on one foot, on my left foot, and there's this old couple that just comes out of a business, and I'm like, he says, can we borrow your phone to call my mom? And he calls up his mom. His mom picks us up, brings us to my house, and because I still think it's kind of sprained. I'm like, no way I broke my ankle. No way. So we get there, and we get to my house, and I wake up my dad because he was asleep at the time, and I'm like, Dad, I think I sprained my ankle really bad. And he's like, okay, let me look at it. And he's like, oh, yeah, that's probably sprained. So we put ice on it, and like, I'm not 100% sure, but for the sake of the video, let's say hour and a half or something like that. Around that. So, after that, I send a picture to my mom because my dad texts my mom, and my mom's like, "Oh, that's probably broken," because she was a nurse and she knows a lot about medicine and broken bones. I'm pretty sure something like that. I don't know, but so we do that. We go to the hospital, take X-rays, and they see that my ankle's broken, and it's like near the growth plate. Like I think it hit a tiny bit of the growth plate, because I don't know, it was something like that. It was something like it hit the growth plate, or it was around the growth plate, too close for comfort, or something. I don't know. So it's broken, and I have to get a cast. And keep in mind, this is my first experience with a cast. I've never had a broken bone or anything broken before this point. So, yeah, interesting. First experience. So we get there, I get my cast, I go home, and I think that's the end of it. I'm just gonna have a cast for a little bit, and that's gonna be the end of it. But no, of course. And we get told this could be worse than we think. Not like fatal or anything, but broke a bone next week. I'm dead. How'd you die? I jumped over a curb, landed wrong, and yeah, now I'm here. That would be a weird story. Okay, I'm getting off topic. So, and we have to go to a bigger hospital because the one we were at didn't have a lot of things. Like, it wasn't bad, but it was kind of small. I'm exhausted. I already told this story. So, yeah. And so we get there and we do the same thing. I take off the cast at the saw thing that drills in, and I'm always like, oh crap, I'm gonna lose my ankle even though it can't do anything to you. They always example that by like just touching their hand, and I'm always like, no, that's obviously a saw blade out to kill me. But of course it gets off, and they always put this little like sock cloth thing on your foot. And keep in mind, at this whole point, I'm still going to school. So I have to, and so I got to care. Like in school, nothing really changed. I did all my I was in 5th grade at this time. So just got to middle school because where we are, 5th graders are middle schoolers. Yeah, and so we do that, and they say, oh, we might have to do surgery, but we don't know yet. So I'm like, oh crap, I might have to get surgery. No, I don't want that. I mean, the only surgery I had was when I was like 1. And that was like just for like something pretty common. I'm gonna have to have surgery on my ankle? Really? So we get that news, we go home, and I'm like, oh no. I'm contemplating all the things in my head, like, they're gonna do something wrong, they're gonna... Because I was told I might have to get a screw in my ankle, so I'm like, oh no, they're gonna screw it in the wrong place, or they're actually gonna screw it in my head or something. Just something ridiculous. So, after that, we're at home, I'm contemplating about what's gonna happen. And then the next day, or the next week, or something like that, next week, we go there, and they're like, oh yeah, you have to get surgery. I'm like, oh, crap. And they're like, okay, either do it, like, tomorrow, or do it next week. I'm like, do it tomorrow. I don't want to deal with this in my head, just being like, oh, I don't want to wait until it for that long. So I'm like, okay, well, tomorrow I'm getting surgery. I told my class, like, yeah, get surgery. And they come out of there like a Terminator, and half cyborg nowadays. And, well, and during this point, I'm always going to school. I only missed like a week because, when I was up there. I wasn't up there for a week, but I could keep going up there, for things. So, okay, during this whole point, never mind. So, I get, the surgery is happening, and I don't wake up there, thank God. And, so, I just remember, like, waking up, like one of those blackout moments where, like in the movies where their eyes open, see something, and then they close them, and then they're in a completely different spot. I just remember that, like, after the surgery, throwing up because of something. I think it was just a negative reaction to something. But, and I hate throwing up so much. And then also, I got 2 free pillows, which was godlike to me. Got 2 free pillows that I probably used way too much. I had them for like 2 years. Even though they were just crappy hospital pillows, I wasn't even that comfortable. So, yeah, that happened. And then, after surgery, it hurt. Every time I moved my ankle, it just felt like someone hit it with a hammer. Of course, that's exaggerated, but it hurt. It's just awful pain. So, I get, like, I'm losing track. Oh yeah, then I get a boot, like, 2 weeks later. And every single day of those 2 weeks, I took, like, 2 medicines, like, the same medicine twice a day. When I woke up and when I got back to sleep. So, and it was gross. Okay, and after that, I keep going to school, and then I hear I'm gonna get a boot, which is like a cast, but you can take it off, and you can walk on it. Oh yeah, because this whole time, I was using crutches, which I'm not too comfortable for that. Just saying. So, I get that done, I get my crutches, and I get the boot, not crutches. I get rid of the crutches, and so, and when I had my crutches, my cousins were over. I was in my brother's room hanging out, and then there was just a blanket on the floor. How freaking convenient. Yeah, you're, oh, and, I endorsed a lot of your crippled jokes. It wasn't like they were trying to be rude, it was just a whole bunch of, haha, you're crippled, from my friends and family. I'm like, okay, yes, I get it. I'm a crippled, make fun of the crippled. Even though I wasn't crippled, like, that's an over-exaggeration, but, yeah. Okay, and, so the boot. Yeah, the boot. And, nothing really exciting happened, so I had the boot, but it was just kind of, yeah, I got this boot, and nothing's happening, really. Yeah, the boot really was nothing, and after the boot, I took my cast off. I mean, the boot off, and I could walk on my feet. It felt so weird. Because my foot was always raised in the air, or like on something, or it was just resting on the ground higher than the other foot. So, it felt so good to take it off. And, well, that's the end of my story time. If you guys want to see how I broke my ankle the second time, I will do that tomorrow or 2 days from now. So, yeah. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like, and consider subscribing. And, well, have a good day, and peace.
Enemy at the cargo container.